it's important occasionally to take a step back and look at, while, you know, we're all talking about the implications of sanctions or the prospect of no-fly zones and Western leaders deciding how they're going to intervene or if they're going to intervene, action from the West can go both ways. So yes, pushing Putin into a corner can, the logic goes, can force him to rethink and back down, you would hope. On the other hand, the context in which The Guardian puts it in is that, you know, the Russian military has admitted that it has 500 soldiers of fatalities. Obviously, Ukrainians claim that that is a low number, that there's more. But the narrative coming out of the Russian state is continuously still that this is a special military operation. We know that lots of Russian soldiers don't have the full picture of what they're going into in Ukraine. They think that they're going in a kind of liberation exercise rather than an invasion and occupation. And so in terms of, you know, in terms of Putin's willingness to back down, what The Guardian is saying is that it doesn't look hopeful, because any kind of compromise, particularly a military compromise, would be seen by him as a failure. But I just wanted to pull it out that they quote Lindsey Graham, who's the US Senator for South Carolina, who's made this, who tweeted suggesting whether or not there was a Brutus in Russia, that this idea that there needed to be someone who was going to wield the knife and that the only way that Putin would be brought down would be internally. I think that most people would probably suggest that being an autocrat for 22 years and how insulated Putin has made himself to be in the Kremlin, it's very unlikely that that's going to happen. And so it might be slightly wishful thinking to suggest that there is going to be some kind of a coup. However, I think what the West can do and what we can do is provide and express solidarity with those Russians who are opposing Putin's regime, not just the ones who are going out and risking their freedom by protesting on the streets, not just of Moscow, but across the country. But also, I think, by monitoring how we talk about Russians rather than Putin in the West, because any kind of the way that Putin's regime is playing off of anti-Western narrative is suggesting that the West is Russians' enemy. We can be countering that.